So hello everyone, my name is Felipe. I'm working as a DevOps engineer in Ireland, and today I will talk a little bit of how we can actually deploy a React, an Angular, a Vue application within an S3 bucket. And it's a very simple way of deploying those applications. So it's very simple. You just have to build your React app, take all the static files and all those things and just put inside the bucket and just put everything and just do some simple configurations that the bucket will be ready to host that static website. And what will happen is that you are going to have your application live. So it's a very faster way of deploying those kinds of application, especially when you have a simple application, when you just need to when you develop it fast and you just want to build that, and after build you just want to deploy as fast as possible in a low cost place, because actually there are a lot of options for deploying front end applications in Amazon, even in GCP and also in Azure. But actually indefinitely S3 buckets is one of the best, is one of the cheapest ones that we have in until now currently, and as I said, even for simple applications. So basically what I'm going to do here today is we have here a simple React.js application. It can be any React application or it can be an Angular application. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to do npm run build just to build all the static files and all the things for this application. And while it's building, we are going to create a new bucket. So you have to go to your console, to the Amazon Web Services console, and you have to hit create. Sorry for my one in Portuguese, I would just switch to English. So now we are good to go. So now let's hit create a bucket. We are going to create a new bucket for deploying this application. It will be, for example, simple React app.com. It can be this name, just for example, and you hit next. Here you don't have to change so much things because you have the things that you can change here is like tags, versioning. If you want versioning, it will be good. And the default encryption if you want also, but be in mind that those things sometimes has a price inside that. So we want to, the goal here and the aim here is to keep the things as cheapest as possible. So this option here you have to disable, because it is going, if you leave it as it is, basically what will happen is that it will block all the public access, and as you are deploying a public application, you just have to uncheck that, and you just have to hit that you acknowledge that the current settings may result in this bucket and the objects within become public. So you just need to next and create bucket, and now we are ready to do some configurations that are like very simple configurations that's just for having it. So we go to the bucket that we just have created. First of all, we have to go here in properties, and we'll go to static website hosting, and here we have to change to use this bucket to host a website, and here you just have to put the index document, which for a React app and also an Angular app will be the same. But here in our document, instead of putting our.html, you have to put index.html again. It's just a little workaround that you can do, because sometimes if you leave it as it is, if you put error.html, you would have some problems with React halter or Angular halter, because the bucket will kind of make mistakes between the what is the path of some files that are within the bucket and what is the React routes. So better to keep this as index.html for avoiding those kind of errors. So you just have to save it. It's not so much complicated things to do here. Here on permissions, you just have to go to the bucket policy here, and I will leave this link to here. And basically what I will copy here, but I will explain each of the fields of this policy. So basically here you have the version. You don't have to modify this. It's basically always the same value. Here on the seed, you can, it's kind of an identification. You can change for whatever string you want. This has to be a law, but because basically this policy here is allowing people to get the objects from your bucket. Only get. It's not allowing to put, it's not allowing to delete or do any kind of action. The only action that the people are allowed is for getting objects from your bucket. So it's a law. The principle, it is star here because it means that everyone can do that because it is a public bucket. The action is as to get object. You don't have to change this to, and the resources is the resource that this policy is referring to. So basically you just have to change for the name of your bucket. And I just have realized now that I put it singly instead of simple, but let's continue. Is singly react-app.com. Whatever. We'll stay like this, and we'll just have to put the name of the bucket here, and then we'll save it. And now the final part, which you'll go back to overview, where you can take a look in all the files that have been placed within the bucket. And if we take a look here, we can see that our React application has been successfully built. Then I will go to the folder here where I have my build files, and I will just copy them. I will drag and drop them to my bucket, and you just click next. If you don't want to change things regarding encryption and those things, you just go next forever until you have all the files uploaded in your bucket, and just wait for uploading all the files. And if you go back here to properties, and if you go here back to properties and go to the static website hosting, here on the endpoint, the Amazon already gives an endpoint for you for accessing your S3, your application. So if we can see that we can access this. It is already deployed. It is everything working fine. So we have successfully deployed a React application on an S3 bucket. The good thing is that Amazon already sends to you like a domain for accessing this bucket, but of course that this domain is kind of ugly. Like if you really want to send your application to another people, it is meant to be a simple application, but in a production environment, a good thing that you can do is actually, that's not go off this tutorial here, but just giving some tips. You just have to go to Route 53, which is the DNS service from Amazon, and you can buy a new domain there, and then you redirect it. You just create it like a CNAME record or a record, and redirect from your domain to your S3 bucket, and with this you are going to have a better looking domain instead of this kind of ugly that Amazon gives us. So that's it for today. I hope that's a very simple thing, but a lot of people have been struggling to do this, because there are some points like those little things, like those little changes that we have to do here, like those workarounds. Sometimes people doesn't get those workarounds and stays like for 2 hours or forever trying to fix a simple problem in deploying applications to the bucket. So I hope everyone like it. If you like it, just share and leave your comment here. Let's discuss all the different ways that we have for deploying those applications on S3 bucket, and hope you like it, and see you in the next video.